Mike the Ref Maloney, Big Bad Boris on the call here tonight.
Let's go! Let's go!
Third! The Super Kick Party! Yeah, pay the money for that. No one. And of course, you gotta get the hop and spin. Hey, yo, 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 and away we go. And of course, I got to start with a frog in my throat. That just seems apropos for what we do here. Welcome, everybody, to the AEW Fright Night Dynamite. Out of sight. What a flight. Gotta go right out of night. Yeah, you know where I'm going here. Happy Dynamite night, everybody. Jay Quick, good to see you here. The chat once again. It's a night of fright, that's for sure. And I got to pull out the Adam Cole shirt finally. Adam Cole and Ryu, the AEW crossover. Finally making his return after almost a year. Hell, it's been in the ring. It's been over a year now where Adam Cole's been out with that ankle injury. OC might be a night of fright. Yeah, like we got a lot of crazy stuff coming on tonight here. Apparently our main event's going to be the tag match between the Young Bucks and Private Party, and Private Party's going to disband if they lose the match. Leaves me a small glimmer of hope that either Private Party win or Private Party win by DQ. Which really wouldn't surprise me. Team stays together then and ends up being a no contest at that point. Or they could have the big turn here with Stokely. I hope Kamille. I think she will. I think it was just a one-off with Kamille, and I don't think we're gonna have to worry about it. I remember the match with Queen Aminata, but I also it's almost like that you can put off to the side already. Like there is so much going on in the wrestling world that as long as you're not willing to focus on the negative, you can put bad matches out of your mind in a real damn hurry because there's way too many good ones. And like, they got to step up this week and next because let's face it, next week, NXT is going to be a little bit stacked. Just a little bit. We got like everything that they announced last night. I know I'll still be here with AEW. I might have NXT on the side. Like, I got the World Series on the side here. So, and the fact they're bringing in Jordan Grace for NXT and Bully Ray, RVD, Dawn Marie. It's actually they're going to have a pretty good card. Like, I don't care who watches what. I do appreciate everybody comes. Or if. Was it Dawn Marie or Francine? But it must be Francine. Sorry, I got that mixed up. I'm not perfect. Oh, both. There you go. Yeah, like that's going to be a fun card. So next week is going to be just as hectic, I do believe. So hopefully TK's got a good show booked. I don't think he's going to book up against... What I'd really love to see is if both shows can get either A, both shows get the same numbers they normally do, or B, NXT gets dunked just like AEW got dunked when they moved on to Tuesday there and got a very low number. I frankly don't care about the numbers, to be honest. I just literally just want to see good wrestling, period. Yeah, Mox is in his hometown or his home area tonight. Cleveland and Cincinnati are like the Hatfields and the McCoys, from what I know. I thought you were going to the show tonight. By the way, Jake, quick, now I think about it. I thought you were going to be heading to the show here. I thought, well, if you look at everything else going on here tonight, we got... Oh, okay, so you worked. It happens. I get it. And especially when you're new at your job, you don't want to ruffle any feathers and ask for time off, doing anything like that. So, makes sense. But Yeah, we got the return of Adam Cole versus Buddy Matthews. We got Kamille and Kris Statlander, who could make a pretty big statement tonight, honestly. You could also get... You're looking at, like, Swerve. We talked about Swerve and Shelton already up earlier here. That... I just honestly think don't... Like, everybody's saying, well, this will be when Lashley shows up. Lashley doesn't need to show up, to be honest, as we get ready for the show here. Lashley does not need to show up. Also, they're not starting with a Mox promo. Make them wait, Mox? Yeah. I love intros like this because if you're not watching week to week, they're giving you a preview of exactly what you're going to see here. So for me, that's an actual jackpot here. Now I think honestly we'll probably start with the Adam Cole. Oh, never mind. Here comes our BCC promo to start the night. Ooh. Somebody said enough is enough. Somebody said enough was enough. Now it's time to get serious. Okay. Yep. Okay. It's true. When you got everybody like Private Party, Daniel Garcia. All right. Okay, I like this. It's true. Okay. Mox versus Cassidy is going to be fun. Okay. Okay. I kind of figured this would be our full gear match. So in other words, one bag to another. Nope. Okay. So I'd assume this is what we're going to get at Full Gear. This is the first time I think I think this might be the first time that we've seen OC actually get, enthusiastic about a promo. Oh, I totally think that OC is not going to win that title. Just look at me. Wasn't there like a song made based out of that? Somebody's coming out to interfere to get rid of Mercedes. Somebody has to set up that lineup.
You know it's all about the
I knew they were going to start with that right off the bat. And they had to. They had to. Oh, it's great to see Adam Cole on our screens here tonight. Yeah, it's been over a year. So, I really have to figure out what I want to do for this DC collection. I want to get the gear. I want to get the comic. I want to get the poster. I want to get a shirt. But I found the shipping for this stuff is literally more than the actual product for now. I might just have to suck it up and deal with it, but if they actually put it available on the AEW International site, it would be great. but it seems like it's on the AEW main site no matter what, and that's it. Cleveland, it's all about the boot. Well, let's hope they got the fire tonight. Because we got, what, 3,700 in attendance tonight? Look at that. I love how full it looks. And we got Mr. Rhea Ripley coming out. By the way, if that orbital bone injury is legit, I want to wish a very speedy recovery to Rhea because they just announced that a couple hours ago. That the x-ray is actually legit. If she comes back, she could end up looking like The Undertaker. So yeah, for anybody that's popping into the story late here, Maxwell Jacob Friedman offered a match to either Roderick Strong or to Adam Cole. But it's to whoever gets the... Sorry, asthma getting to me, so the yawning gets there. The first one to get the 3 victories between Roderick Strong and Adam Cole. It's not too often we get to hear Buddy Matthews' music. Gotta admit, this is a hell of a fun way to start the night. But yeah, Orange laid down the challenge just like Shivani said here, but I still feel it's going to be Omega that comes back to save the company after Orange goes down because he refuses help. Said Cleveland isn't a wrestling town, my butt. Well, it's great to show up. Now you gotta show off. Let's not get you as interactive as those Yankee fans last night, but Vic, how the heck you doing tonight? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Long time no see. Hope life is treating you well because this is a fun time right now. Did you get a chance to see the opening promo by OC? Pretty much something that we expected all along, the fact that Cassidy's going to be the first challenger to Moxley for the title. And now we're getting what's something that was more of a dream match that we had back in the old WWE days. An AEW trademarked Max Month and Wrestle. I'd assume they're going to do Max Month the first month that they stream live on there. And WrestleMax is just going to be what the tab's called. Trying to stomach these Yankee fans myself. Yeah, I'm with you. Just to be truthful here, I got AEW on my computer monitor here. I got the World Series game over here. It's going to be sort of what we do. So who did we piss off to get Buddy Matthews tonight? Well, the whole story ended up on Saturday that MJF said that Roderick and Cole had the first one to get the 3 wins will be the guy that faces him at Full Gear. And Buddy just literally came out and challenged Cole. There's no way in hell that Buddy's going to win this, but... Yeah, he called Cole fragile. Now, I don't know whether he's talking about his mind or he's talking about his body. Either way, it could apply here. But tonight, we got such a good lineup coming up here. Like, this match is going very good as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, they got to get 3. So I'm assuming what'll probably happen is both guys will get 2. Both guys will get 2. The third one, each one will go for a third, and the other one will cost the other one the match. So they'll have to face each other. Max will break that one up. So then you end up getting a triple threat at Full Gear. It just makes a lot of sense. So can we say that Samoa Joe's the reason that Adam Cole was out for 14 months, realistically? If Samoa Joe wouldn't have attacked MJF as viciously as he did? As we hit our first picture of the evening. Once again, everybody, before we continue here, thank you for being here. Always appreciate you, whether you're watching on YouTube or you're watching on Twitch. And big shout out to everybody here for getting us to 800 subs over on Twitch. Or sorry, on YouTube, sorry. 800 subs on Twitch. I'd be doing this full time at this point. But yeah, our goal on YouTube is to hit 1,000, so once we get to 1,000, we can play around with a few more things and try to, help out all the contributors up on our channel. So, but yeah, nice promo OC, but it'll be for naught. I think it's going to be a good match. I think Orange is going to get the match of his life out of it. But in the end, it's going to be the numbers game, and then I don't know if you see him at Full Gear or you see him at World's End, but I'm still calling for Omega to be the savior of AEW. The Bucks are going to act like they're the savior, but then it's going to be that 3-faction thing that WCW had. You say Joe? Joe would be a good pick, too. I'd love to see Joe. I'd love to see Joe Mox. If we could see that, I expect Mox to at least run through a roster a little bit before we get this belt off him. Yeah, I do too. But TK has this way of doing one of two things. Either title reigns are extremely short or title reigns are extremely long. And I'm taking the Danielson one out of the equation here because, let's face it, the Danielson equation was due to injury. Because there's no way in hell anybody with half a brain booking is going to mishmash all those matches into such a tight window. And the quick switch from Darby at Grand Slam to Nigel McGuinness, I'm sorry, they can tell whatever story they want about what it being a conscious decision before. There is no way in hell that that was the case. Personally, I think if they wanted Mox to win at the end, you put on Darby in the first challenge at Grand Slam. You do Nigel at Wrestle Dream. You can do Mox at either Full Gear or World's End, and then throw in somebody else there into it. In between, I would do it at World's End just because it is World's End. As we come back from picture in picture here. Oh, look out. Okay, Cole. I see you. You're back. Oh, yeah, and if you guys haven't had a chance, sorry, I'm playing with my mic cord cover here. If you guys haven't had a chance, hit up Chris Bay's GoFundMe. I'm going to probably head on Pro Wrestling Tees more likely, just pick up that shirt for Bay. Might end up throwing throw a donation on the page as well. The only thing I don't like is the conversion that everybody does with the money's doing it, so just got to be smart about it. But yeah, nobody wants to openly say what happened to Chris Bay, but It seems like he might have broke his neck on a dive or something. And it's funny because there was one comment. I'm reading a lot of the X comments about Chris Bay here. He has surgery. That's all they're saying. Yeah, it was neck surgery. Bay has come out and said it was neck surgery. So we're not going to see Ospreay tonight. Heat Seeker, yep, there we go. Cole's got everything rolling here right now. It just, you don't want to make it look like you're great all the way over. Do we have to hear about Jericho? Do we have to hear from Jericho at all? Oh God, oh God, oh God. Almost into an air raid. Oh, damn Yankees. If you guys aren't watching, it's 3-0 Yankees right now, and I'm not very impressed. Oh, now we're just getting a good old-fashioned stomping away here. So, Vic, I have to ask you, you watch both shows. Which one are you going to watch next Wednesday? You going to have both screens up on both, or are you just going to have one? I was going to ask everybody in the chat, because we are going to be here for... I will be watching both. We can comment on both as we go along. Because I don't see us having... there's no reason why we can't watch both. It's not like we're having live video on either one. I just got to remember to keep the volume off on NXT. Yeah, that 10 women tag, my God. And here's the other part. Like, SRS is reporting that Jordan Grace's spot in that match was supposed to be originally Lita. Hey, Zodiac. We're watching Adam Cole run away right now. Oh! Buddy Matthews just called him a bitch. I love it. So they could reach a and the funny part is Lita had a previous engagement at 2300, I think last week or something, for a shoot. McG, everybody trying to praise your balls here? Welcome to you as well. Welcome to everybody flying in here for our AEW Dynamite Sidecast here tonight. We're having a lot of fun. Oh my God, did he? Did Cole actually... Nope, he was legit. Great to see everybody here tonight. Just, I don't want to talk about Bubba Ray at all. I'm going to say this as somebody who, of course I'm not on the scale Bubba Ray, don't get me wrong here. But when somebody gets involved with a promotion and then starts to talk about all the promotions again, Literally, you cannot No, he's not legit injured. They're just playing this up. All right, hit the boom. That's it. No. And no, he's not legit hurt or they would have taken him out already. The whole story is about how Matthews called Cole soft. And he's just been playing the soft gimmick the whole time. You know, MJF is watching somewhere, so MJF has to think he's hurt. Yeah. All right. Cole did a little too much spray tan tonight. Can enjoy reverse mind games. Hey, you know what? There's only 4 matches on this card tonight, right now. So they can afford to give it a little bit extra time here, a little bit extra thought. Can he hit the sunrise this time? Yep. And Matthews dives out of the ring. Matthews didn't jump as much as he should have there. So that looked a little rough, but it was still okay. Now he's going to hit the boom. There it is. Now we're done. With all about the... It's pretty bad what I'm starting...
You know it's all about...
I didn't want to do that, but I've just got that in my head there at that point. My bad. With all this talk about injuries going on right now, especially with like... We talked about Chris Bay. Rhea Ripley, apparently that is a legit injury that they just wrote a storyline last night about. And Vikingo as well, coming up at the TNA tapings. It's tough when, you know, you're talking about so many injuries in the big term going on. Uh-oh. All right, little sportsmanship going on. Until somebody hits somebody here. Here we go. And you hear the sounds. You almost... Well, what do we have here? Yeah, it was a hell of a match from Matthews. And it looks like we might get Malachi versus Adam Cole. If we could get Malachi, Adam Cole, let's just simply call this dream match after dream match. Tony Khan throwing out every possible match we can get right now. Just don't make that third match be against Brody. Maybe call it O'Reilly for the third match. That could be a possibility. Okay. Maybe it's just me subtly. Is Zay not wearing a Private Party shirt and Quinn is? Is that a slight nod about what might be happening here? Hooked chips. Stokely was here. R Smooth. I love the Stokely was here on the gravesite there. Those were actually that was actually pretty funny. What they, I love the little nods that AEW does all the time, even just the subtle things as they go along. One thing that there's been, I don't know if you saw it. I saw it on X earlier tonight. There's a picture of a newspaper going around, like a set of newspapers being thrown around the arena. With the headline, "Where is Tony Storm?" So it looks like they might start playing into maybe having Tony Storm come back. Like we all know, we got that match on Saturday, which I really hope you guys stop by for. That match with Anna Jay and Mariah May for the AEW Women's World Title. I think that's going to be a fun match to watch. On top of everything else we do on a Saturday. Saturdays are always a blast when we're here, so make sure you stop by for AEW Collision. Plus, this Saturday, we're going to have our Hell in the Cell PLE going on. I can tell you we're going to get back-to-back main events with the same... Well, this one will probably be an opener tonight versus a main event next week with Shayna Baszler and Alba Fire for the WWE Women's title. So, make sure you stop by. Tonight, we're going to have them as the opening match, I do believe, if everything goes right here. We also got Thunder Rosa versus Harley Cameron at Day of the Dead match. I really wonder what that's going to be. Like, it's funny, the Edmonton Oilers, the local hockey team here, is actually having a Day of the Dead game on Monday against the New Jersey Devils. So, I don't know what the hell that's supposed to be. Is it going to be like my Mutant Football League run where they put a bunch of obstacles on the ice and, you know, like, I don't know, maybe some demons, some lava pits somewhere in there. We should have some oil slicks all over the ice. That would make things a lot more interesting for hockey. It is a Day of the Dead match, and, you know, which, by the way, I am totally excited for the fact that we made the playoffs for Mutant Football League. We're going to have our playoffs go down on Monday. Make sure you're here because we're down to the final 8. I didn't think we'd make the playoffs, to be honest. I was just playing out the streak last night, but we managed to win all 3 and won a tiebreaker. So, yeah, a lot more excited than I thought I was going to be there. That definitely put it bluntly. But let's get back to the show here. We're a quarter of the way in. We got one match done. So we're roughly on par with what we need to be. We're going to hear from Jericho next. So made it to season 3 of my GM mode. First place of 5 trophies. Atta boy. Let's go. Okay. Extreme? Hmm? Okay. But what about the part with Roderick? So they said Jericho was going to be up next, and they braced us for the worst. And now they got Kyle Fletcher out here. Why does Fletcher look like an uninflated Dolph Lundgren right now? Maybe that's what I'm looking at. Or maybe a mini Don Callis. Don Callis, but pre-bronzer. That's what it is. Then why don't you just let him say it, Callis? Go away. Kyle Fletcher gives you Warhorse vibes? Maybe. He's not here tonight. He's not here tonight. Wait a second. Mark Davis? Is Mark back? Somewhere Andre C is going nuts right now. All right. Oh, God. I'd be next thing I would say, you're listening to a piece of shit. Pardon my French, but I had to say it. I think we're all agreeing with it. Oh, God. Are you drunk? Why is he walking through the heel? So now that Davis is going down the heel tunnel. All right, well, this just got a little bit more interesting now that Davis is back off the shelf. Hopefully we can see him come up. All right, we're getting... Maybe Davis shows up on Collision on Saturday after Fletcher's match with Commander. Please make it Jericho to backstage. That's it. Okay, we'll go with Hangman now. Uh-huh. You notice how AEW manages to find a way to fill in all the holes on the promos? Okay. All right. Why is the crowd popping for arson? Okay. Cleveland's weak. Fair enough. See, if it was Detroit, I could understand why it would be you'd want arson because, you know, everybody wants to pretty much the entire city burnt down. Uh, okay. So yeah, this is a promo heavy show tonight. I will say that, but you know, I'm not hurting about it. The matches we're getting are going to be hella good. Like the only match that in terms of quality that we're really concerned about probably would be Statlander and Kamille, and that's mainly just because Kamille had a hiccup last week against Queen Aminata. We were talking about it earlier in the show here. But, yeah, it just... We're going to get Moxley talking about how he's going to hurt Cassidy. Or maybe the fact that he's even proud of Cassidy for the fact he's one guy that actually tried to stand up for AEW for once. Who knows at this point? But it looks like we might get one in full gear. I would like to see that OC versus Moxley match again, just because it was one of those surprise main events that shocked the world about how good it was. When it was the All Out main event, was that last year when he took on Moxley for the international title, right? Where Moxley ended up winning, but that's the night that sort of made Orange that main event star that everybody loved and wanted to emulate, which most of us do at work these days. Sorry, I had to. But yeah, I could picture what Moxley's promo is, and I just want to start throwing some of this out here.
I hate you. I hate your guts.
Probably get a lot of that out of him, and talking about how he's the future AEW.
You told some of the biggest lies that I've ever heard of in my whole life.
Like I said, I got the new ones. But yeah, I really wonder what we're gonna get here for response here from Moxley, and whether they do actually wait till Full Gear. We do have 3 weeks. Or do they do it next week? Because I'll guarantee you a Mox Orange Cassidy main event for Dynamite next week. If you want a trump card against Bubba and Trick versus Ethan Page and Ridge Holland, that might be the counteracting there. Because I don't think the women get the main event spot there. I think they get the top of the second hour spot for that 10-man tag for NXT next week. But it will be interesting to see how each program counter programs each other next week. So we got Jon Moxley and the Devil's Rejects. Or the Death Riders. I don't know which one would sound better. It looks a little weird when they were all walking together, then all of a sudden they decide to do this whole complicated entrance like that. They said Moxley trademarked the Death Riders. That makes sense. And I know we were talking about that earlier. Like, we've been calling them that, well, pretty much since this whole faction started here. And the Death Riders of the Apocalypse. The 4 Horsemen. Because you can't use 4 Horsemen, right? So the Death Riders works just as well in that situation. So, question for you guys that in the chat here. Which one of you are going to be picking up the new DC comic book that's coming out? I plan on getting it. Like I said, the cost of it is just... Being up here in Canada, it's stupid right now. Because I checked it out today. It is $5 American, which I'm fine with that. Shipping is $19 American. For me to get a $5 comic up here. I don't know about you, but as much as I want to be a fan, all right, Moxley, let's put something useful in here. Moxley. Yeah. Cheer this man, Ohio. There, I added some cheers for you there, Jay Quick. Okay. And my stream just froze for a sec. Okay. As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. What the hell? This makes less than no sense here. And now Marita's slapping. And here comes the Dark Order. All right. I really want to see the Dark Order take the trios titles. Maybe it's just me in my foolish mind, but I really want to see. Now Evil Uno's going to be the one who gets his neck broken. Nope. Like, there's so much carnage that they're not even able to keep up with the camera. Well, so much for the Orange being part of that match. Not even taking the cable off. There goes the announce table. And Silver's trying to get the cable off. That's the spot that was supposed to happen. All right, so we added another extra piece to the equation here. And now here comes Top Flight. I actually like that Darby was like, fuck the cable. Yeah, exactly. No, I like it. It's just instinctive. Just go beat the crap out of him. I'll deal with the cable later. I would have loved to see him try and choke him out with the cable. Security, get... I thought there was an alert going off on my headset about, somebody subscribing or something, but no, that was... The Bucks are like, all right, we're going to have our match now. Well, see, he was like, he's not a leader. Darby was like, hold my beer. Folks, for anybody that had Bobby Lashley on their bingo card, odds of that showing up just going up about 500% here. Because I thought this was going to be our main event tonight. Nope. With all due respect, after Kamille's performance last week, I don't think the women are going to get the main event. Which means Swerve and Benjamin are going to be our main event here tonight. So yeah, this just... What's that phrase? What did you guys say before? Business is about to pick up? I don't know if we get new champs, though. Do you guys think we get new champs out of this? Or does Private Party disappear? I think Stokely might ruin the whole situation here. All right, time to have some fun here. Darby was like, hi, Claudio. Two and one record on Dynamite. That surprised me they haven't been on more. I love the gear, though. Oh, they're even bringing up the SCU chat. There you go. Is there a reason why we're not using the hard cam? Maybe they screwed something up when they, Oh, there it goes. Thought maybe they just screwed something up as they were, doing their carnage outside. Yeah, but they lost an eliminator match to him. They lost a 6-man tag to him. I can see where the justification is, but when the going gets tough and the tough get going, I don't see Private Party being able to win the big one. And that's been a problem for them since the start. All right, very nice tag team wrestling there. You know, as much crap as everybody gives the Bucks, you can't really disparage their ability as champions, right? They're like, there's always a question of who's the greatest tag team of all time. And based on your criteria, there are so many different combinations you could use. You could use the Bucks. You know, Bubba was talking about this yesterday on NXT. He was talking about the Dudley Boys being the most decorated. There's nothing wrong with saying that because it's the truth. They are the most decorated team of all time. But in the same way, you got a team like the Rock and Roll Express that showed off tag team wrestling to a new level compared to just being two random guys put together. You got the Legion of Doom, which literally there is a pop named after them. All right, these guys are unloading the canister right now, and I love it. Like, Chad, I have to ask you, which team do you just consider the greatest of all time? There's no wrong answers, so there's no judgment here. I would say if you pick the Johnsons as your favorite tag team, I might question you a little bit. If you don't know who the Johnsons were, that was a ill-fated tag team one time on Raw that involved infamous Big Dick Johnson, a.k.a. the stripper. There's some bad memories for you guys. The Killer Bees. I met B. Brian Blair a couple times. I would not argue about that. All right, well, that's what we got there. Like, I know personally, my favorite tag team growing up was Demolition, because I was a Fed kid, and they were always the coolest ones out there. Then you look at a team like the Twin Towers, which is completely different from the Skyscrapers. Let's be honest, though, the tag team division pop every time they return the Road Warriors. Yeah, like, there is literally a pop level named after them. The Legion of Doom, the Road Warrior. It's called the Road Warrior Pop for a reason. Because every time they went out, they got that response. Like, there are so many different ways you could talk about what you're going to get for response and what you're going to get. Oh, God. Zay's busted open. Yankees got another 2 more runs. Jesus. Looks like there's going to be some baseball on Friday out in LA, so. And my stream decided to slow down again. Makes you almost wonder if they're going to pull this off or not. Oh, there we go. And it's amazing watching Rick Knox not be able to count to 10. Because they tried to announce at the beginning of AEW that there was a 10 count for double team action outside your corner. All right, well. as we're heading into picture-in-picture here, like, yeah, there's so many, like, tag team wrestling is such a unique commodity here. Like, there's so many different storylines you could talk about when it comes to tag team wrestling that, based on your circumstances, you could have some of the greatest Look at the story that they got out of MJF and Adam Cole here for an AEW example. Out of two guys that despise each other. Look what happened when they brought Brian Cage and Big Bill together for that tournament. I was there live when they took on one of the top flight, Matt Sydal, in their opening round match. And yeah, the reaction from Cage and Big Bill, I think, actually was the start of Big Bill starting to get that little bigger push post Ricky Starks. Which, by the way, congrats to Ricky Starks on showing up at Glory Pro this weekend. The fact he's been able to do something again, because yeah, it's going to be an interesting few months here coming up. I'll say that, with this ID program. And if there's some things that I'm hearing some words through the grapevine that I'm not going to talk about here. I'll probably talk about more about Saturday when it comes up. If they've come true, then I'm really skeptical about what's going to be happening here. But I know a lot of wrestlers are saying, thank you, this is great, this is awesome. It's all based on your dreams, right? When it comes to this ID program. And yes, I know I flipped from one thing to another real quick here, but it just seems like we're getting fluidity in that case. When you have a situation where people have grown up with a generation of, my goal is to get to AEW no matter what, you have to remember, if they start doing the ID thing, it's just another incentive for all these people who had the ideals of going to WWE. They're going to side with these promotions that work with them, right? ID will start good, then WWE is, well, here's the thing. That's what they did with the independent scene, right? In Britain. And a lot of people are bringing that up these days, where they took all the good talents, they put them in promotions that only work with WWE. And the rules in the contracts were that, these ID talent can only lose to people with either in ID talent or with special permission. And don't get me wrong, if you're going to pay money to keep exclusivity, then fine. Just make sure it's enough money to keep them there. Really wonder if WWE is really going to consider women's mid-card titles like at IC or Women's US. You never know. You honestly, I say they're in a holding pattern right now for the next 2 months. I think that's one of the most obvious things going on right now. And as much as Mania is the reboot usually after Mania, now we're looking at probably after the Royal Rumble, or at the Royal Rumble. As you're getting 40 weeks into Netflix. Uh-oh. They were both covering, but only one was legal. Private Party doing everything they can right now, but let's just throw a random destroyer out. I don't think you should be allowed to do any more destroyers. That's Adam Cole's move. Same thing with the knee. There's the boom right there. They've come up with that move out of nowhere. So when do you consider the reboot for AEW? I think it was after Wrestle Dream. I think we're in the middle of it right now. But the thing is with AEW, they're more willing to spend more time to spread it out. And I think Moxley's Moxley's done interviews since then. And he literally turns around and says, you can go to a wrestling show and just feel happy you saw some great matches. Or you could go to a wrestling show and really have a feeling about feeling things at a show, like getting an emotional attachment to watching a show. And he wants the latter for AEW. He wants it to be an event, not just a show to go to. And if that's what ends up happening, I'm more than happy to see that happen. Just don't hit each other. That's all we ask. All right, there we go. Nice job there. Now, if you can get these, if Private Party legit wins this match here tonight, oh God, this is gonna suck. So what are they trying to... No, it's on the concrete, not on the grass. And of course, Rick Knox is as blind as it gets. And watch Zay win this. Watch Zay. Oh no. The gin and juice. All right, he's a little upset. Gin and juice didn't do it. No, I think this is going to be the end of Private Party. Okay, I see you. I love how Menard's insisting, oh, he's got to do the load. He's all by himself. Nice. I would do that on purpose every time. Just fall flat on my face every time. No way. No. Oh, that would have been nice. Just out of nowhere. There's the double team we needed. Wait, what? Private Party's hulking. Isaiah's hulking up. I was going to say Private Party, but... Hey guys, what do you think of the orange ropes tonight? I love the little extra coup decor here. Good night, bang. No way. No. One-winged angel? Very Havoc? Marquette's nearly dead. Makes the save. All right. Well, I guess if you're gonna break up as a team, you're getting everything like this. Oh, nice! Poison Rana, let's go! Please. Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Let's go! This is amazing. Let's go. You want to make teams? You want to talk about homegrown teams? You got your homegrown team right now. You want to talk about leaders in the locker room? I thought it was going to have to be Omega and Ibushi to win the titles. But it looks like that's not the case. That pop, though. Let's go. The respect pop from the Bucks. About freaking time. And this also allows the Bucks to resume their part-time schedule again. Because they don't need to be around for a while, right? Yeah, and so, yeah, you got it bang on here. Good way to get things away from the Bucks for a while. They did get a bit stale, need to reinvent themselves. And now we're just 3 weeks away from the C2 coming up. Okada will be putting that Continental Cup title on the line in the tournament. And you can get the title off him and focus different ways here on that. You could, because Omega is talking about the rematch with Okada coming up, as if it's going to be a thing. So, like he's done that with some Japanese newspapers and such. We're all just frothing at the bit. We're waiting for it to happen. Well, there we go. Why does Moxley look like he's got half an eye ripped off? I'll take it. I'll take the pay-per-view. I'll take him for the pay-per-view. All right. Everybody wanted to forget about you because your wrestling was horrible back then. This is going to be fun. The fact we get Jamie Hayter on Dynamite and all these people that are complaining that Jamie Hayter's not been on TV, they can actually shut up, even though she's put on everything. Daphne Hayter. Did I say Daphne Hayter? Oh, no, her gear. Yeah, that makes sense. Sorry, I was taken aback for a second there. Sorry, Zodiac. My brain is just... I blame it on the brain fog, but I get what you're saying, and I'll... Need to find me some Scooby snacks to clean my head. I will give you full kudos. I just give you the burial coin. Unfortunately, I did put the CSI on the soundboard. I can't use it. Because I get... For all the things that I get flagged for copyright for on YouTube, the CSI alert is the thing that got me last week. How the frick does that happen? I don't know. But, yeah. I love YouTube. Sometimes it confuses the hell out of me. Makes me wonder if I should play some legit, music on here as we go. But my apologies. I didn't have a costume done here. Landlord's being an idiot. Damn you, the Who. I don't even know it's that. I don't even know if it's them, to be honest. I think it's more of the... There's different bots that do it, and it's almost not worth fighting it. YouTube has a new algorithm now where they can actually mute the song while keeping everything else in there. Not like if I'm talking over a song, they could get rid of the song and keep my voice. So if YouTube could do that, I just let it do its magic and just whatever. I'm not worth fighting it. But I did manage to bring a friend here tonight. I was carving that in between trying to move boxes today. Just a quick note for you guys. Anybody who is planning to stop by for my Zelda stream tomorrow, once again, it probably will be delayed. Unfortunately, I'm fighting with the landlord again. Long story short, the neighbor above me has been flooding his apartment, and to the point where some of his pipes are wrecked. And the person below me is the one that's getting the remnants out of it now. So they need to come into my apartment. I need to clean out half my apartment so they get access to the water lines so they can fix that. So I don't know when he's going to be done. He could be done in 10 minutes, could be done in 3 hours. So when I know, we will be firing up Echoes of Wisdom. We got 2 weeks left on that. And then... yeah, just stay tuned for that. But we got a lot more coming up tonight here with... I was assuming we're going to get Kamille and Kris as our next match. And then the main event will be Shelton and Swerve, which honestly, that makes the most sense. But seeing that graphic where they're talking about the head-to-head scared me a little bit. That's why I was taking a little back moment there, because I'm like, are they running this right now and having the women as the main? Because if they're having the women as the main for that match, we got somebody showing up. Like, we have to in some case here. Because you don't have... those two with Mercedes hanging there. Oh no, I don't want to see this again. This is AEW's version of Bully Ray here. AEW's version of Bully Ray. The man that has just enough skill to still go, but nobody really wants to see on their TV screen.
What the hell is that?
Meltzer's a fucking moron for giving 4 stars on that. Hi, Mike. Hi, you mentioned Meltzer's right. As long as he gets rid of it soon enough. Can the Death Riders come out and take these guys out? Absolutely. We can all hope. Oh, them's fight words in Cleveland. It's just like he does the same thing in Edmonton when he calls it Calgary. He's trying to be nice to Mox. I'd be careful if I was him. Please, Ishii. Come on, Tomohiro. Moxie, put your name in his mouth. Somebody send this clip. Did he just tell guys to grab their sticks and lie back and relax? Is that just... Did I hear something wrong here?
Uh-oh.
Best way to put that. Hi, Sticks. I am so happy for this match on Saturday. The fact that Anna Jay is getting this shot at the world title on Saturday. He said never ever. I'll get to that. I don't want to interrupt this promo. If they pop that title on Collision, could you... I could see it in your eyes. Okay. They're packing up in a hurry. That gets me a little worried. So they're maybe the Bucks are invited by somebody else here. Oh, here we go. Oh, and before we get into this match, just for you, Zodiac.
Never! 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 Ever!
Is that what you wanted? You could tell that look. Kamille's got a different look on her face tonight. What were the Bucks doing? That was weird. Back when Jericho was Jericho, yeah. Forgive me, chat. My stream is stuttering just a tiny bit. I do love the Road Warrior look there. Or even the Warriors look, maybe. But that is wondering what happened with the Bucks there. Yeah, it was, well, might also be a story of how they want to give the title to Garcia. Little hiccup there, but that ain't bad. Now, let's face it, when you deal with, and I can tell you this from my 2K24 run. You put two giants together, the match will be a little ugly. A lot of power moves. As we head into picture-in-picture here. Yeah, I really wonder what's, like, Statlander should win this match. Let's face it. Because Kamille's the obstacle for Statlander going after Monet, which I would guess would be a full gear match. In my opinion, that's probably the safest match you can have for Monet, because you're not going to have two PLEs that are...
You idiot!
I deserve this. I deserve this. This pay-per-view coming up. You can't have Mercedes not on two in a row. Especially when this one's going to be in the Northeast. Yes, Jay Quick. I'm sorry. It's a dirty word. Or dirty letters, I guess, the best way to put it. Speaking of which, if you guys and girls are planning to get the pay-per-views coming up, I highly recommend going check out the Triller app. They currently do have a combo package available, so you can pick up both Full Gear and World's End for a discounted price. I know in Canada here, the cost was $70 for the both, which typically they're both $50 here. So I don't know what it is in the States, but I do know it will be a deal. So make sure you check out the Triller app along with a lot of other great promotions that are on there. I know locally Top Talent Pro Wrestling's on there. Feature well, their last Top Talent show actually had about 1,000 fans here with a special meet and greet with WWE Hall of Famer Kurt Angle, which I should more often say TNA Hall of Famer Kurt Angle because, well, hell, he did more there than he did in WWE. And then the Beast Wartos was there as well, taking on Harlan Abbott, who I found it so cool. And just take it aside from this match here, because frankly, they're picture-in-picture. They're beating the crap out of each other with forearms the whole time. Seeing Harlan Abbott randomly show up on my screen, taking on Stu Grayson on Mystery Wrestling out in Ontario, that was pretty exciting, personally. As I turned my head, and the Yankees have done 2 errors in a row to load the bases. Please, we need a little bit of magic here. Just a little bit of fan karma. That's all we need. As we come back from picture-in-picture here. Nice power slam. I love watching Stat when she finally gets on a roll. Almost wonder what you're going to call that now, because Zaria's using the F5 as her finisher in NXT. That was a fun debut for Zaria yesterday. Be interesting to see how they work together next week. Oh, missed the 450. Kataru Crusher? All right, I gotta give Kamille some props for that move. That Kataru Crusher, that front... All right. Here's the thing when you do 2 powerhouses like this. You can basically hit any finisher you want, and it's basically gonna... It feels like it's gonna be the finish of the match right away. Look at a steel finish? No. No. Wednesday Night Fever does it on one finisher. She only had 5-0. Yeah, I do like Spooky Stat too. Like, wow. Really? All right. This is totally going to be the Full Gear match right here. But I also think this is going to be the moment Kamille's going to remember this, and she's going to get rid of Mercedes altogether here, I think. Mercedes went 8 from behind. I didn't know they had me pegged. Of course my Stream Deck decided to die there. Let's see if it works now. I do like this little thing. Like, we honestly don't know exactly who attacked Hook or attacked Taz. We really don't know the full truth about that, so. All right, so we're going to get that promo segment next week. Let me try this again. There you go. I want to make sure you got that. You deserve it. You deserve it, so I want to make sure you get it. As we head into our last commercial break here, I'm going to roll the ads while we're got this here so everybody's caught up on time. But as this is the last commercial break of the night, I don't want to talk about pegging too much these days. It's a little weird for me. Let's run into my schedule coming up here for next week. Tomorrow, like I mentioned earlier, TBA, we are going to be getting into Echoes of Wisdom. From my estimation, we got 3 streams left. 2 if I do a very long one at the end, but definitely 3 streams left of Echoes of Wisdom to finish that off. And then Saturday, we'll be here with the Anna Jay Mariah May women's title match, as well as the WWE 2K24 Hell in the Cell PLE immediately following. The next Monday, November 4th, we're going into our Monster Football League playoffs. We qualified on the last game. We ended up with the 2 seed. We're going to take on the Tokyo Terminators in the first round. Team that basically, they gave us our last loss, I do believe, in league play. And yeah, if we win there, it's going to be, it's an 8-team tournament. So the entire tournament will be run on Monday night. And then we'll be back on Wednesday for AEW Dynamite / NXT Sidecast. Gonna watch it all, and then we're gonna have the fallout from our PLE action on WWE 2K24 Week 11, and see how things jive, see how things went. I'm sure they're gonna go well. See who we traded by then, because I got a feeling Nikita might be out the door soon, but just to know everything I'm doing here on Twitch, make sure you hit the follow button. It's free. And for those watching on the old YouTube channel, tomorrow we are going to have a review of the Top Talent Wrestling show I mentioned earlier, featuring Kurt Angle, starring Melball and Andre. Andre and Melball's Wrestling Talk. They simulcast their episodes up on our channel. Please hit subscribe. You'll be notified when they come up. Videos that we draw right now are currently up at our pre-recorded videos go up at 10 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Mountain here whenever we have them. Our gaming videos go up almost every day. Like right now we're on a streak. I think every day in October we've had a video up. So November it might tail down a little bit, but I'll talk about that when we actually have to do it. And then the gaming or the YouTube videos on the wrestling channel. I do have another one in the tank. I'm getting very close to finishing recording it. Then I got to edit the hell out of it. And yeah, that will. We got a lot of fun coming up. That's all I can say. Uh-oh. Instability. Renee, you will pay? I love Ishid's response. But, Bubba Ray Dudley, Chris Jericho. I really don't know which one would. All hope is being lost right now. Uh-oh. Cutler's a dead man. Just like the Yankees are. Woo-hoo-hoo. What? Cutler needs his cooling spray? Yeah. I'll give you that. I'll throw you that one. Very smart on that one. But it almost looks like they might have... Swerve looks focused. Laid your hand on Daniels. Daniels makes a call. I don't know if it's that. I honestly feel they don't do anything until they go until Cassidy goes down. And hell, even until Darby goes down. I think the world goes to hell, and then it just makes so much sense that Omega comes back as the true hero. And it's also an easy... Having the Bucks take off like this also allows them to possibly do a face change. Yeah, but who does Daniels have as his friends? He does have a lot. Nah. I honestly think Joe is not the guy you call for this. I know you're... If Joe shows up, I will give you the full credit in the world. This is going to be such a... If Eddie's back, I would more go with Eddie than I would with Joe. Could you imagine Eddie taking on Moxley to try and cure him of everything he wants? Going through Claudio, who he downright hates? But the fact that we got this as our main event, could there be a possibility we see somebody tonight? I don't know whether we do it here. If we do it, you get Swerve to win this and Lashley comes out at the end of it, that's your Full Gear match. But I don't even want to think about that because this match, thinking about that right now is going to take away from this match itself. This match is absolutely flippin' insane. And once again, everybody, I'm going to change that word could to is. I'm going to call that right now. The complaint department is open. And I'm sorry, but a Hurt Syndicate with a chip on their shoulder the way they have it right now might be the best thing for AEW to have right now. Because I know some people talked about when it comes to when it comes to Lashley, he's had some comments about how he started to he basically came down in an interview and said, you know, it's great that you have good wrestling, but you need wrestlers with notoriety, and started mentioning Danielson, Benjamin, Moxley, Jericho. Fourth member that hurts it, I don't know. And the fact that that's wide open really excites me. But I know a lot of people are a little taken aback by the comments, but it's true. Like, AEW would not have gotten TV without Jericho. I'm sorry, that's just a straight old fact here. Leading towards Ricochet, you could go Ricochet, you could go Leo Rush. Hell, in some way you could actually go Mercedes if she ends up losing to Statlander. Yeah, Jericho will let you know about it every week. I got a feeling that this I'm with McGee, Ricky O'Shea. Yeah, Powerhouse Hobbs is oh God. If you guys missed that there on that backdrop over the top, Swerve accidentally knocked the back of his head on the apron. Benjamin Powerhouse MVP and Lashley, that would be, if you could put Powerhouse and Lashley as the tag team, could you imagine the domination those two would have? I almost feel you either do a guy like Ricochet or even a Leo Rush would work, for the fact that you want somebody who can go after the TNT. Because when you build a faction, like, the most important things about a faction is the fact that you want to make sure that everybody in the faction can work towards something. Oh, thank you, Zodiac, for bringing up the match of matches right there. Lashley and Hobbs versus Cage and Archer. Meat. Oh my. So much meat. I think Arby's would be jealous. Connect to the mix section as you go along here. as we hit a peak show once again. Yeah, we're going to be running late here tonight, folks, for... He tossed Swerve like a Well, the amount of power that Benjamin has, like, people underestimate the size and the strength that a guy like Benjamin has just because he is smaller. In terms, like, he's built... How do I put this best way? He's built like a lean brick shithouse. I think is the best way to put it. Pardon my French, but it's a fact. He doesn't have one of the widest frames in the world, but everything in there is pure muscle. He's built himself so well. And yeah, just as everything's going on here, just watching this match go along, it's pretty much going the way I would expect. You want Shelton sort of carrying on the action here. You want Swerve a little bit of your babyface in peril for most of it. And the fact they're getting their shots in here just... Swerve's first match since the cage, yeah, like... And let's face it, that cage match is going to do a little bit to this right here. Because to me, that's one of the harder parts about this, right? It's the fact that it is going to mess up with your mind a little bit. And yeah, just... I have to say that lately when it comes to AEW... A lot of the matches that they're putting on as their main events and Dynamites, they're getting back to this pay-per-view quality main event that they've been estimating for years, right? If they end up doing a Fight Without Honor for the main event next week, I think they're just mailing it in personally. Which I'd almost half understand. It's basically a nothing week to them. Like, if you're looking for momentum going into a pay-per-view, I caught myself there. And you still got 3 weeks until we hit Full Gear here coming up. Yeah, I know, I'm watching right now. And I am so praying that the Dodgers pull this one out. I was getting a little excited. That's why the focus during the women's match was down a little bit. Because the Dodgers just came roaring right back. And now it's turned into a bullpen game, which totally should serve what LA's been looking for. So... But yeah, now we're coming back from the picture, so. Nice throw there. I love how, as much as I diss on TSN for their setup and trying to log in, since I moved to my computer setup versus trying to watch it on the TV, it has turned out to be so much easier to watch. And it's sort of showing the future is streaming in many ways. It does make me wonder, though, what we are going to be doing when it comes to January, when it comes to AEW. I wonder when the contract's up with AEW and TSN. Because you also have to remember, like we were talking about, Sportsnet losing WWE content at the beginning of the year, beginning of 2025 when it moves to Netflix here. However, TSN is also affiliated with Crave, which is Canada's version of Max. So... Jesus, Swerve! Let's just randomly roll over into an Itsuguri, into Benjamin there. And even Aubrey's calling time here now, so. Come on, Swerve. Oh, here we go. Now we're balling. He won't do the balling motion anymore because that was MVP's. Now he got the foot in. Excited for the new year with AEW on Max. I'm excited. Hey, for you guys in the States, you're doing great on this. I just want to see what's going to be coming up here in Canada. I don't know if they meant to show Commander in back-to-back graphics. I love the fact that the two main matches on Collision are women's matches this Saturday. Then there's like, yeah, nobody wants that match. Cole Black. I love how Excalibur's trying to run down the card for next week, but at the same time, he's got action in the ring, right? Darby and Cassidy versus Claudio and Pac. Folks, we having a little bit of fun next Wednesday. We going to feed nice on Wednesday. I think both promotions are having a hell of a run there next Wednesday. I love the fact that MVP is literally on the outside, trash talking Nana the whole time. Love on. There you go, Big G. I know we're on the same wavelength here right now. Just the fact that, he's just literally turned around and say, "Ew." OC was like, "Hi, Darby." Was like, "Hi." Darby said, was like, "Hi, I'm the leader." I don't think anybody cares about being the leader. They just want to destroy the Devil's Rejects there. Or the Death Riders, whichever we want to call it. There's a house called... Had to go over the 450 because it... Not a file complaint. Oh, God. No, let's not even think about that. Jesus. And there's Pater. Please let Lashley come out on the double down. You have Lashley come out on a double down right now? They are getting serious overtime tonight. And I think that this overrun is going to be a little bit more of a focus of AEW going forward. Especially after what happened last week on NXT. Zarya's intro got completely cut off down in some states when the CW shut down. Oh, God. Benjamin walking the ropes like nothing. Oh, there you go. Liger Bob setting up perfect for the Meteora. And that's how you finish it. You could tell that near the end they were starting to get a little sloppy as they're trying to get to trying to race to the finish line. Not only did you steal somebody's curtains for that jacket. He's just got some used cars. Oh, God. MVP getting on the phone. I need you here now. I need you here now. That's what he said. That's what he said. He pushed the button. He pushed the button. Oh my God. Here we go. Oh my. Hello! Let's flip and go! Look at that suit! Bobby Lashley in a 15-piece suit. Swerve, you messed up. Well, folks, we got a full gear match coming. Let's go. And they just love it. You see them suck up this moment right now? It's one thing I love about this. You have that chance to be real. And he's just... Lashley's looking at this like, yeah, we did this. Cleveland is absolutely going nuts right now. Because they knew something was coming, and this is the thing that was coming. I love it. What a way to close off this night. Okay. I mean, this is the most normal way possible, but my ripples are hard. Well, the Almighty's all elite, yeah. Oh my God, look at that spy buster. And now we're going to get the Hurt Lock. And here come the referees flying out of the tunnel finally. And the director gets on the earpiece again. 90 seconds. Oh God. Here come your jobbers. That was a quick call. Anybody that tries to get in the ring, they're dead. All right, I like this. I like this. They're going to be going off the air real quick, though. Hey, Mox, come jump on this. Yeah. For some reason... Swerve and Lashley coming up in, well, hell, 3 weeks. And we fade to Welcome to Ohio. Damn. What a way to finish tonight. Like that episode, like that was borderline amazing right there. And just how simply they did it. Like they didn't do anything overly complicated, but they did get the camera. AEW always has a production problem with things not getting right. They actually got it right just by, showing MVP on the phone, saying, "I need you now." And just that little subtlety right there just does wonders. And yeah, it's amazing what you could do with when you have things planned very solidly like they did there. But all in all tonight, like the Adam Cole story, now we're getting Malachi Black versus Adam Cole next week. Where Mercedes Moné is on a collision course with Kris Statlander. I'm not a big fan of how Mercedes went to the promo so quickly there, but there might be a timing issue going on, but who knows at this point. Private Party is your new AEW Tag Team Champions. Like, let's go. Let's go. Like let's just say that was an amazing moment. And then, yeah, just everything else that went on tonight, like setting up for Orange Cassidy at Full Gear. The fact that the Bucks are even afraid of, the weird Bucks thing, but it's making sense, right? Like everybody's afraid of this faction. Whether you're Team AEW, whether you're Team Elite. Like you wonder, is anybody going to be in Jack Perry's corner for, well, I guess for the TNT title, you can be. When he takes on Daniel Garcia and eventually wins that title there. Or does he? Like, we got to get some competitors to go up against Moxley here after he takes out Cassidy, because I truly do feel that Cassidy is not winning it. I think Mox crapped him. No, I think when it comes to Lashley, he's not worried about it for the fact that Lashley knows what it's like to be hungry. He knows what it's like to be absolute. He knows all Moxley is looking for right now is for wrestlers who are hungry, who are looking to make themselves into a better version of what they are at all costs. And that's what the Hurt Business is all about. They're about making money, but they are about being better. Absolute, whereas Ricky Starks, I don't know. I don't know when the contract's up. Last time I heard he was a Glory Pro last week. Showed up with a spear and just tried to make everybody feel good. But yeah, everything put together there, like a hell of a show. Fright Night lived up to its name. And we got a lot of great stuff coming up this Saturday on Collision to go with it. So, and we got a lot of matches set up for next week. Next week's going to be interesting when we go back and forth. The suit game on Lashley, hell, the suit game on everybody. Like, you can feel the overall pattern just getting higher and higher here as we're going. So, and even though I left the wrong graphic on for the entire damn show, our AEW Dynamite Sidecast is going to wrap up at that point. Andrew, how the hell are you doing? Hope you're doing well. We're just about to say goodbye to our friends over on YouTube here. As we're proud of my city they brought. Yeah. It's Cleveland did a good job tonight. So, but yeah, for those watching on YouTube, feel free to pop over to our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Mike the Ref. We're going to be playing some WWE 2K24 here after the break. But yeah, for those that aren't sticking around, make sure you stop by on Saturday with our AEW Collision Sidecast, or else we'll be back here on Wednesday on YouTube with our AEW Dynamite versus NXT, I guess. Sidecast coming up in 1 week's time here. So if you're heading out, have yourself a great night. If you're coming over to Twitch, we look forward to seeing you over here in a little bit. But take care, everybody, and let's go crazy.